Alrighty, guys, we are now recording. We are live and in living color. Once again, for those of you just joining, my name is Max Garza III. I'm calling in out of North America. Thank you to each and every one of you for spending some valuable time with us this evening, guys. We understand that your time is precious, and we want to make sure we give you as much value as possible. But one of the things I was talking about right now with the group, everyone, is that the very first time you saw the internet, it literally gave you chills. It gave you a feeling of the unknown, but you were excited, right? Because we didn't know what modems were. We didn't know what 28.8, 56.6 as far as speeds on a modem were. We didn't know what email was in the early 90s, right? But I keep telling people, you didn't have to know how hypertext transfer protocol worked to use email. So what I tell people now is seeing currency, digital currencies like Bitcoin and the derivatives like Ethereum, Xecoin, Dash, you name it. It excites us now, guys, because, again, we've seen a story of what happened with Bitcoin from its beginnings in 2008 going into 2009. It came out, guys, it was less than a penny. Well, that's right, less than a penny. Today it was trading at $781 per Bitcoin. So imagine all those people that did not understand Bitcoin at the beginning, but they were visionaries, right? And they took action. And that action led them to make money. That's right, money, because they got into that concept, that arena before everybody else around the world. Well, guess what, guys? It's happening all over again. Now you're starting to see an actual digital currency, a cryptocurrency, that's going to be backed by clean, green, renewable energy, a commodity that will back it and give it longevity for decades to come, with physical products for decades to come. And guys, you're hearing the story first. Around the world, there's hundreds of millions of people that don't even know who we are yet. 80% of people don't even know what Bitcoin is. So imagine, you have so much market share to gain around the world. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear the story about a company going viral in 125 countries already. The past couple days here in Anaheim, California, we've learned more about the tangible physical products that are going to underwrite the Xecoin. Here in early February, guys, you're going to get your chance to look at bioactives, which is going to help farming communities. Basically, anybody that wants to, put this bioactives on soil and make it fertile around the world. Literally, you can put it on a desert, guys, and grow crops. And when you find this information, when we put it in your back office, you start learning more about it. It's going to excite you to the point where you realize that this company's got a vision. It's got a strategy that will take us to that next level over the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, guys. So let me go over some things before we get started with the presentation. For those of you that are members, guys, when you go into your back office, now when you click on General and you go to Presentations, you actually have your PowerPoint in German, Spanish, Hungarian, Norwegian, Russian, Swedish, Slovenian, and Thai. Now, obviously, guys, if you have friends, family members, business associates that speak those languages, make sure you get these PowerPoints in front of them so they can make an educated decision, because what you have in front of you is very explosive, guys. It allows people to change their financial futures here in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. Now, if you continue to go down, and for those of us that speak English, you can go to the Power On Business section. These are all in English. You can get your PDF, your PowerPoint, your keynote. And then for those of you guys right now that are going back there and setting up your own wallet, we have some videos that will show you how to sign up, add funds, and cash out. So literally, for many of you that are starting to get the process rolling with your O wallet, make sure you go into your back office, click on these videos, watch them, and then obviously there's a support email and number for the Power On wallet when you click on Visit Your Power On Wallet. So if you want to see that, guys, you can click on My Wallet, and then you'll see Power On Wallet. You click on that. Let me just show you real quick before we get started. And then you'll see this little box that says Visit Power On Wallet. You click on that. You'll see a one-page registration that's going to come up. And guys, something that's very important for you and all your teams around the world, make sure that people are putting in their the right email address and the right mobile phone number, because they will verify that. Some people have been putting in the wrong information, so they can't verify their O wallet. And if you can't verify your O wallet, guess what? You can't get paid and you can't load your account, right? So make sure that when you're helping your team members around the world, that you share that bit of information with them. And for those of you that are seeing this information for the first time, guys, make sure you go to our parent company's homepage, which is right here on your screen, www.xecoinTX.com. That's right, www.xergonics.com. Guys, here you can click on About Us, learn more about the company, affiliates, team, media, news, products, solutions, projects. Guys, literally our parent company is phenomenal, and some of the products and services that they're offering to our network here over the next couple of years is going to allow us to change lives, not just here domestically, but anywhere around the world. Because remember, there's no territorial restrictions when it comes to energy. There's no territorial restrictions when it comes to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So for those of you that are seeing this, you're literally sitting on a pot of gold, as they say. If you're Irish and a leprechaun, this would be your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Make sure you take advantage of the fact that you have timing over hundreds of millions of people. Let me go ahead and get this presentation started for everybody. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your patience. And once again, guys, my name is Max Garza III. I'll be your host and presenter tonight. I'm calling in out of North America, and we thank you very much for not just your time, but also your efforts to grow our company around the world. You're doing a phenomenal job. And at the end of the day, guys, our company has a simple question for everyone around the world. Are you switched on? And it's a crazy question, I know, but of course you are. We all are. From our cell phones to our cars, homes, our schools, and even our sources of food, without energy, we are powerless. Literally, our whole existence depends on production, distribution, and consumption of energy. One tradable commodity none of us can live without. Now, a simple question was asked a while back, and I thought about it. They said, hey, Max, how much energy do you waste every day? I, like many of you on this webinar, leave some lights on, right? I leave my microwave plugged in, my toaster plugged in. Sometimes I leave my thermostat a little bit too low. I think we all kind of do that around the world. But are you aware that 67.8% of the energy produced is wasted due to inefficiencies in the energy infrastructure? In the USA alone, this amounts to over $700 billion in annual losses. Now, this is energy you have paid for. And these sources come from the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, guys. Think about it. The grid here in the United States is so old. It's got equipment and software that need upgrades, guys, so bad. When we talk about just the grid in general, we're talking about equipment from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, this technology needs to basically it's got to get upgraded. Why? Because the bigger we grow as a society and the more load factor we put on that grid, guess what? This is why you see rolling blackouts from California and New York. And now imagine, guys, this is not just the United States of America. The grids all around the world are old and decrepit. This is why Mexico is opening up to deregulation, because they need a lot of help with their infrastructure and software. And so when you think about globally how much energy we're losing because of inefficiencies, that number can be boggling. So now the premise is, what if you could store energy for a rainy day? Like gold, but also be able to trade and sell excess power you do not need to others or back to the grid like currency. Now the power is truly in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. With the Power On Network and Xecoin, you can mine, store, and trade this essential commodity and protect your assets against future downturns in the fiat economy. Everyone will always need energy, and with the Power On Network, you are now the source. Now, guys, remember, it's not like we're getting less connected anytime soon, right? There's about 7.5 billion citizens, global citizens around the world, and there's about 6 billion mobile devices connected. So our appetite for energy is voracious, but you got to remember, these mobile devices need what? Power, right? We're starting to get cars that do what? They're electric. So at the end of the day, guys, we are in the right place at the right time, because now we're talking about a company that is it's a literal pioneer in the energy storage development industry. And with people like you that are so talented and hungry, right, because you have an entrepreneur mindset, we can take this to every corner of the world in the future. Now, in phase one, we're asking everybody, guys, to join us. Why? Because it's the digitization of energy, the conversion of energy into a transferable cryptocurrency. Now, without people like you on this webinar, guys, it makes our job a lot more difficult because you do a phenomenal job of getting this information in front of people around the world and allowing them to make an educated decision. So we thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Now let's talk a little more about the Xecoin. It's actually underwritten with energy developed using the best lithium-ion nanotechnology. It's a hybrid of proof of stake and proof of work coin. It's got a max coin base of 5 billion. But guys, what I want you to really focus on this slide is not get too technical because you don't have to be a professor to make money with the Power On Network and Xergonics. If you look at the bottom, guys, when anybody asks you to look at their cryptocurrency, I always ask them two simple questions. And let me just show you at the very bottom of the slide. Right now, we have wallets for Windows, Mac, Linux, and access to web wallets at www.xecoin.net. And all transactions are verifiable on a public blockchain at www.xecoin.info. Now, guys, I get approached all the time about companies that are trying to bring a coin to market. But the very first question I ask them is, what exchange can I see your coin on, right? Because if they're not on Bitfinex, Polynex, Kraken, any public exchange where I can see the buying and selling of it on a daily basis, then guess what? That's not an actual cryptocurrency. And if I ask them, hey, can I download your wallets, right? Can I have a mobile wallet? Can I download it to my computer? If they tell me no, I run. I stop the conversation and I just turn around and run. Why? Because, guys, a coin that's not on a verifiable public exchange or has a wallet that you can download is not an actual cryptocurrency. So those two things, it's got to pass that litmus test, if you will. If not, I advise you to just tell them to do a little more research on what actual cryptocurrency is. Now, what underwrites Xecoin? Supply and demand, like Bitcoin or any genuine cryptocurrency. However, we have gone further. Together with Xergonics, we are establishing an independent, audited global energy fund. If you decide to liquidate your Xecoin directly rather than sell it on the open market, the fund will exchange it for usable energy at an equivalent value to our cost of production at that time. Now, guys, what you have to remember is that we are creating more buyers than sellers. And when you have more buyers than sellers, the simple law of economics states that the price point is going to go up, right? Because you're creating more demand. Now, our vision and mission is very simple. It's to create a better, cleaner, and cheaper way to provide energy to the whole world. Provide a vehicle to supply cleaner and cheaper electricity based on smart storage. Create an opportunity for anyone around, anywhere in the world to profit from this revolution in the distribution of energy. Be part of a mission to make a difference in leaving the world in a carbon-free environment. Basically, to be the solution for not just our kids, guys, but our kids' kids, right? We want to leave this world in a better place than what we received it in. And remember, guys, at the end of the day, without the ability for us to attract talent like we are right now from around the world, the past couple days here in California, we met people from Portugal, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, the United States, Korea, Japan, China. The list goes on and on and on, guys. Everybody's super excited, not just about the Xecoin, but the actual physical products that Xergonics is underwriting the Xecoin with. Now, speaking of Xergonics, our technology partner is phenomenal. Xergonics is one of the leading producers of distributed energy storage system technology and a pioneer in this industry today. Using advanced nanotechnology and proven power management, Xergonics is able to provide efficient energy storage systems that are portable, modular, and can easily be tied to existing infrastructure. Storing energy is now easier in your hands. And again, for those of you seeing this for the very first time, guys, make sure you go to our parent company's homepage, www.xecoinix.com. Now, one of the things you'll see, guys, on their homepage is an ESS tower. Now, here's the ESS tower design. At the very top, you have the brains. You have the battery management system. You have the security software. You have the thermal management so it doesn't overheat. You basically have stackable battery stages and also advanced batteries. There's about 5 batteries within this ESS tower, guys. Now, one of these ESS towers can power a restaurant, a hotel, a warehouse. I mean, literally, guys, these energy storage devices are phenomenal. But one of the things that I was super excited to see in person over the past couple of days, guys, was this vertical dock. This vertical dock all these blades right here, guys, are basically 1 kW of energy, 1,000 watts. So basically when you, let's say if you plug these into your car, if you own a vehicle that was made past 2008, it's got what's called a 6-pin in the back, guys. You would plug in your vertigo dock into that 6-pin, and as you're driving around, guess what? Your car creates energy. So everything from your alternator to your battery to your brakes to your exhaust, you name it, guys, all that energy is being stored inside this vertigo dock when you have it plugged into your vehicle. Now imagine you get home and you want to recharge your mobile device, right? Your iPad, your tablet, your Android tablet. Maybe you have a renewable energy system tied to your home, and you want to tie some of these into that. Again, the average home in the United States uses between 2,500 and 3,500 kilowatt hours per month. So imagine, guys, if you had 10 of these blades all recharged, you're talking about 10,000 watts, right? 10 of these blades, 10,000 watts. That's enough power to basically run your home for a month or two, depending on how much energy you consume. Obviously, if you're like me and you leave that thermostat way down, that obviously these vertigo packs are going to help us out a lot, right? Now let's talk about this stunningly good-looking gentleman right here, Mr. Don Nasenka. I got to shake hands and actually talk to this guy. The guy's phenomenal. He's a brain, guys. He's the chairman, president, and CEO of Xecoin. He's got 25-plus years of global success. Yes, guys, he's a former director at Enersys Inc., which is the world's largest industrial battery company. He's the founder of Kokum America and Dow Kokum, the first lithium polymer plant in the U.S. And, guys, this gentleman right here, the things that he's done, not just for the United States military, but, you know, a ton of other companies, he's got a vision and he's got products that are almost, I tell people, we're in a time of emergence, and seeing the stuff that Don has come up with and his team, because he's got a phenomenal team. We've got to meet a lot of the Xecoin team over the past couple of days, and these people really care about others. And as you know, he's the founder of Xecoin, and he's invested in several green companies. But some of the stuff when I was talking to Don that really intrigued me was the fact that, you know, Don is a distinguished alumni of the University of Central Missouri. He's had an outstanding career, and he's an originator of the Innovation Campus, which was recognized by President Barack Obama. Now, another thing that I got to speak to Don about was he was actually honored by the Lumina Foundation, which is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for his contribution to education and the idea of the Innovation Campus. So, guys, he literally has the American dream, right? He has this story of a gentleman that traveled around the world with his parents, came to America, got an education, and literally because of the ability for him to go into a market like the lithium-ion battery market, guys, with nanotechnology, and be a trendsetter, a pioneer. Some of the stuff that he's done has been looked at by Tesla and absorbed, right? Some of the projects that he's done has helped companies such as Tesla. And in the future, the stuff that Don has planned for us over the next 10, 20, 30 years are phenomenal. It just allows me to feel really comfortable because I actually got to meet the CEO of our parent company. They communicate with you guys like you're an everyday person and they're an everyday person. Like if you're friends, you know, for a lot of us when we join new companies, when we're looking at them, we don't do our due diligence, right? And to have the ability to meet this gentleman in person, talk to him, and hear him talk to others as if they were family members, right? People that he just met, but he's just so warm and down to earth, and so is his entire team. I mean, literally, guys, all the people at Xecoin were so friendly. They were taking questions. They were giving you information. They didn't have to do that, but that's what makes me feel good, just the power on network, but the ability for our parent company to allow us to get the knowledge we need to win around the world. Now, here we have an article, guys, from the McKinsey Institute. It's the new economics of energy storage, and you can go to www.mckinsey.com and read it. But basically, they're talking about energy storage can make money right now, and finding the opportunities requires digging into real-world data. Now, energy storage is a favorite technology of the future for good reasons. Obviously, guys, many people that have renewable systems plugged into their homes, everything from solar to biomass to hydro to wind, you name it, right? They're looking for a way to harness that energy instead of selling it back to the utility, to the grid. Because a lot of times, guys, utilities, they're not going to give us a fair price point. We know that. You know, their job is not to cater to us because remember that all these people that are putting solar PV systems on their homes are trying to basically become micro-utilities, right? So when we talk about energy storage devices, you're talking about the future. Companies such as Tesla, Orson Energy are developing wall batteries because they know the value in the next couple of years where people are going to try and be grid dependent. And we are working with a company that is a pioneer in that industry, guys. Now, what's the risk? If the sun stops shining, the wind stops blowing, and the water stops flowing, then the world has stopped turning. Renewable, sustainable, environmentally conscious, all backed by a solid, proven business model that rewards people for making this a better world to live in for today and for generations to come. This is how we make it all work, guys. Right here you have a shipping container size energy storage solution from Xecoin. If you put 2 of these shipping containers together, guys, you could power 800 residential homes. That's right. You basically would be getting about 1 to 4 megawatts per hour. And the beauty of these energy storage solutions, guys, you can actually plug into the conventional energy plants and capture 67% of the wasted energy. You can plug in biomass, hydro, solar, and wind. Basically, we're trying to get cheaper, cleaner, better energy for our customers. And remember, all of this power is backing up the Xecoin in the future, giving it not just longevity, guys, but valuation. So now don't call it a dream, call it a plan. For those of you that are hearing this for the first time, guys, here are our power plans. Many of you are going to purchase a power plan 1 to a power plan 8. Now, all these price points are in euros. So as an example, let's say that today you decided to purchase your power plan 5. The price point on that is 5,099 euros. You would be awarded 50,000 Xecoins in that package, and then your personal sales, group sales for that PP5 would be 5,000. Your binary cap would be 30,000 euros per week on your pay leg, and then obviously your binary percentage would come out to 6 to 12% per week, guys. So, I'm sorry, that's per month. And what I'm telling people right now, guys, is that we have a promotion till the end of the month. That's right, till December 31st. For anybody that purchases a power plan, we don't care if you purchase a power plan 1 or a power plan 8. The company is going to double your coins. So imagine, everybody knows what happened with Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin first came out, it was valued at less than a penny. And then all of a sudden, today in 2016, it's trading for about $781 to $789 per Bitcoin. Guys, in India, Bitcoin selling for $1,000 of Bitcoin. 1 million Chinese have left the yen and put money into Bitcoin. So when we talk about cryptocurrencies, guys, and Bitcoin derivatives such as Xecoin, we know that in the future, based on everything that we have going on with our physical products and with the network that we're setting up around the world, we know that people obviously right now have timing, because in the future, these power plans might not have 50,000 coins in them, right? If you purchase a PP5, a power plan 5, let's say 6 months from now, it might now drop down to 35,000 coins, right? We don't know. Based on value and economics, right, the simple law of supply and demand, well, what happens if that coin starts skyrocketing up? Guess what? Right now, you have perfect timing, but in 3 to 6 months, what about if this power plan 5 has 20,000 coins, right? So I tell people, the ability to double your coins this month by the end of the month, if you purchase a power plan by December 31st, any plan, it doesn't matter if it's a PP1 or PP8, you get double the coins. Remember that, guys. So now let's talk about the first way we get paid, the direct sales bonus, guys. You don't have to spend $1. It's not mandatory that you purchase a power plan, guys. Obviously, many of you, because of your knowledge with Bitcoin and other Bitcoin derivatives, you've seen the value of these coins jump up. So many of you will purchase plans. But let's say you came into this business for free, because you can. On your first generation, you would qualify for a 5% bonus of any power plans that you shared with people and they made purchases on around the world. Now, as soon as you hit 6,000 in personal sales on your second generation, you would trigger another 3%. As soon as you hit 10,000 in personal sales, and these are euros, guys, 6,000, 10,000, you would hit another 2% on your third generation. And remember, guys, generations don't mean levels. You could have 10, 20 levels per generation. Now, this is something very exciting, guys. On the Infinity bonus from the 4th generation to Infinity, you can qualify for 1% all the way down to Infinity. As soon as you hit 100,000 in personal sales, 100,000 euros in personal sales, now you just qualified for 1%. That's right, 1% from the 4th generation to Infinity. Now remember, guys, all Infinity direct sales bonuses are paid down to the next member in your team at the same level or higher. And you must have a Power Plan 4 package or higher to qualify for the Infinity bonus. Obviously, these bonuses right here, if you're free, you can qualify. But once you want to hit this Infinity bonus, once you hit 100,000 euros in personal sales, obviously you want to at least have a Power Plan 4 so you can get that 1% all the way down to Infinity. Now let's talk about the dual team bonus, or the team bonus as many people call it, guys. Obviously, this is a binary structure, and in a binary structure, guys, you have one person on your left and one person on your right. Now, the minimum requirement is to have one personally sponsored paid person on your left and have one personally sponsored paid person on the right. So when you first get started, guys, you're going to qualify for a 6% bonus on your pay leg. Let's say that this is your power leg, where the majority of your volume is, and this is your pay leg or your work leg. At the very beginning, you will make 6% on that pay leg every single time the payouts come out, right? Now, when you have greater than 2,000 euros in personal sales, you just jumped up to 8% on your pay leg. When you've hit volume of 5,000 euros, greater than 5,000 euros, now you locked in 10%. And when you've hit over 25,000 euros in personal sales, now you've locked in 12%, guys. The beauty of these bonuses is once you achieve them, they're set in stone. They don't go up and down every week or every month like some other companies, guys. This company wants to put money into your e-wallet. Basically, imagine a fire hose open and all this money going into your e-wallet, because that's what this company's trying to do. Now, let me give you a quick example. Let's say you had 10,000 euros in group sales on your left side, right? This is your power leg, just as an example. And you have 5,000 euros in group sales on your right side. If you just got started, you would earn 6% of the 5,000 in group sales, which is your lesser leg or your pay leg, and you would generate a bonus of 300 euros. Not bad, right, guys? Because remember, many of you are sharing this around the world and bringing team members in from all around the world. Now, let's talk about the Infinity matching bonus, guys. On your first generation, as long as you have personal sales of 2,000 euros, you can qualify for a 5% Infinity matching bonus on your first generation, second, third, and fourth generation. Now, what's very exciting is that as soon as you hit personal sales of 250,000 euros from your 5th generation to Infinity, now you've qualified for 5% all the way down to Infinity, guys. Again, as soon as you hit 250,000 euros in personal sales from your 5th generation to Infinity, it doesn't matter if you have 10 levels, 25, 500, 5,000, make up a number, it doesn't matter. From the 5th generation to Infinity, you're earning 5% of an Infinity matching bonus, guys. That's awesome. Now remember, the Infinity matching bonus is paid down to the next member in your team at the same qualification or higher. So many people in the industry are super excited because they've never seen a company that wants to pay a 5% Infinity matching bonus, guys. And you are seeing this for the first time before hundreds of millions of people around the world. So now let's talk about some payout rules. 60% will be paid out into your current account or your cash account, guys, every single Friday. You can withdraw that to a bank, debit card, or use it in our shop. Now, another 40% will be dropped into your reserve account or your cold wallet, guys. 40% will be paid out every single Friday so you can buy Xecoins. And remember, guys, we're creating more buyers than sellers. Many people want to sell their coins just because they're looking to make some money off the margin, right, as the coin increases in value. People sell it to make some profit margin minus some fees, and then you have a lot of people that will want to purchase the coins because they want to hold on for higher valuation. But one of the things we want to talk about tonight is the Xecoin Loyalty Award. You can customize your own returns, basically. Now, you can sell your Xecoins after 60 days. You may freely sell or trade 10% of your stake each and every month, guys. And what I tell people is some people will do it just to see if they can, right, because we are on a public exchange, and we will have members that will purchase the coins from you. But remember, every month in year one, your coins are stored in the cold wallet. You will receive a loyalty award of an additional 5 to 12% through control release of the company's stake. Basically a 60% minimum per annum, guys. But what's super exciting, for those of you that are looking at this as a longevity strategy, there's a smart reward. All coins in the cold wallet between year 1 to year 3 will receive the most aggressive award of an additional 20 to 40% through control release of the company stake. Now, guys, we're talking about a 200% estimated minimum capital growth. I don't know about you, but literally I've seen what's happened with Bitcoin, and from going from less than a penny to over $780 per Bitcoin and 1,000 in some countries, you better believe I'm going to hold on to some coins. And I advise you to do the same thing. So now let's talk about some power rewards, the best of the best. Many of you do a phenomenal job sharing this information, and you deserve some rewards. Everything from a Vertigo dock to a Tag Heuer smartwatch, an electronic bike, a Hublot, a BMW i8 Spider. You've got to put the Spider in there. But I want you to really focus your eyes on this villa, guys. This is a €1 million villa. Obviously, it's self-sustaining, right? But imagine when you hit this reward, guys. You can, whatever 1 million euros will buy you, you can place your villa in Greece, the south of France, Turkey, Cyprus, Russia, Thailand. It's your villa, guys. You can put it wherever you want. And if you write it down every single day and it becomes a passion of yours, and your passion is to help others, guess what? You can achieve anything you can dream about. So now these are our 9 levels, guys. Everything from a leader to a royal diamond. And as an example, when you hit gold, now you would qualify for that Vertigo dock, and it's very simple, 150,000 euros on your lesser leg. You'd have 1 silver on your left and right, and 25,000 personal sales. Now, when you hit emerald, now you hit that smart watch and the electronic bike. Ruby, you get your Hublot King Power watch. Sapphire, a 50,000 euro pension fund. When you hit diamond, now you're rolling around in your BMW i8 Spider. And when you become a royal diamond, because many of you will, now you qualify for that €1 million smart villa anywhere in the world that your heart desires. Now remember, guys, a minimum power plan 5 and 3 personal sales on your left and 3 personal sales on your right will qualify you for all of these levels moving forward. Now, in phase 2, guys, we're talking about the democratization of energy, the physical rollout of products, guys. We're talking about everything from the Vertigo packs to the kiosk, to the apps, to the cube development. Guys, we are super excited to not just hear more about bioactives and the effect it will have on soil around the world, but the physical products that will be coming out around the world. Because remember, energy has no territorial restrictions, right? So the timeline has been defined, guys. The track record in the industry, a well thought out plan, everything from in 2003 when Don was working on nanocell development to automotive powertrains, to 2008 when he was working on defense aerospace applications, and in 2010, battery management systems. Now in 2012, guys, they started getting into solar power purchase agreements and energy storage system development. 2014 saw vehicle systems, and, you know, fast forward to 2016, guys, we just acquired Coda Energy, and that's going to allow us to have some phenomenal products because Exergonics working with Coda Energy together now, because they acquired them, it's going to allow us to see some phenomenal products moving forward every single quarter. 2017 is right around the corner, so that means that we'll have cube deployment in 2017. And in 2018, going into 2019, guys, these home systems will start appearing around the world. Now imagine, guys, many people will become micro-utilities, basically cutting the cord on public utilities, right? And as you know, public utilities have been charging us for their inefficiencies for decades. And we have the ability to allow people to not just save money, but reduce their carbon footprint moving forward, guys. And companies like Tesla, Orison Energy are doing the same around the world, but they do not have the infrastructure and they do not have the marketing around the world. Now in 2019 and 2020, we're talking about Vertigo kiosks and power purchase agreements with other renewables, everything from biomass to hydro to you name it, guys. The future is very bright here at Power On Network and Exergonics. Now the power is truly in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for spending some time with us this evening, and we ask you to get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. Make sure you lock in your position today, purchase your power plan, and make sure you share the information because it's really that simple, guys. As people find out more about our digital currency, about our physical products, guess what's going to happen? You're going to change the financial futures of not just your family, but families around the world, guys. and you're seeing this for the first time, and your timing is impeccable, but timing is only good until timing is good no more, right? And so everybody else starts finding out about us over the next couple weeks, months, quarters, years, you name it. But you get to see this first, ladies and gentlemen. You're visionaries right now. But visionaries without action serves no purpose, right? Because many of us saw in 2009 how we could have invested in Bitcoin and made a ton of money, but many of us did not, right? Hindsight's 2020. Lo and behold, we've come full circle, and you get to see another company that's just as explosive as Bitcoin and will allow people to benefit from not just the digital currency, but the physical products, guys. So that being said, we thank you very much for spending some time with us this evening. Do not forget that anybody that purchases a package before the end of the year, December 31st, midnight, December 31st, right, 2016, you will be able to double your coins. Do not forget, guys, that's very valuable, because if I asked you tonight, would you rather have 1,000 Bitcoins or 2,000 Bitcoins? 99.9999% of you would say 2,000 Bitcoins, knowing the story of what happened from 2009 to 2016. And we're ready to make a run with the Xecoin Power On Network and Xergonics, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you very much for your time. We will see you Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Once again, guys, have a beautiful weekend. God bless, and this webinar is now adjourned.